Alright, Unit 7. I'm going to start off here with a lot of vocabulary. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and congruent. We're using symbols to save time. Opposite angles are congruent. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Remember, consecutive means one after the other. Supplementary. So if I have this angle and this angle, those are supplementary. As if I was on a walk, and I started walking here, and I go, and I hit this angle, that's the next one I hit, that's the next angle. Okay? Consecutive. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means they cut each other into two equal sections. Opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel and congruent. Which is pretty much the same as number one. All angles of a rectangle are right and measure 90 degrees. You can also say they're all congruent, I guess. Number 7, opposite and consecutive angles of a rectangle. So of a rectangle, they're pretty much all 90, aren't they? So opposite angles, there's a lot of words you can go in here. You could say are congruent. You could say right. They're all right. They're all congruent. They're all supplementary. There's a lot of different words you can put here that work. Diagonals of a rectangle are congruent and bisect each other. All sides of a rhombus are congruent. Opposite angles of a rhombus are congruent. Consecutive angles of a rhombus are supplementary. Diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other and are perpendicular, which means they form a 90-degree angle. Diagonals of a rhombus bisect a pair of opposite angles. A trapezoid has exactly one pair of parallel sides. The parallel legs, sides of a trapezoid are called bases. The non-parallel are called the legs. That's supposed to be a G. The legs of an isosceles, keyword here, are congruent. And each pair of base angles are congruent. The diagonals are congruent, again, keyword, in an isosceles trapezoid. And the median, or midsegment, of a trapezoid is the segment that connects the midpoints of the legs of the trapezoid. It's also parallel to the bases. Alright. So we know that 3w plus 12, these two are equal to each other. So if you subtract 3w, you get 3w equals 12. W is 4. Okay, this one's a sneaky one, but notice you have an x here and an x there, and you notice that those are consecutive, which means they're supplementary. So 2x minus 30 plus x equals 180. That's 3x. Add 30 to both sides, you get 210. Divide by 3, you get 70. So x is 70. Opposite angles are equal. That's not opposite, that's z. And we plug 70 in here. 2 times 70 is 140. Minus 30 is 110. All right, AE is 3x plus 4. EC is x plus 6. They are equal to each other. So if I subtract x from both sides, I get 2x. Subtract 4 from both sides, I get 2. Divide by 2, x is 1. And then DB and EB are equal to each other. Right? I'm sorry, DE and EB. But this is DB. So DB is the whole thing. EB is half of that. So EB is half of DB. Well, a few choices here. If these weren't both even, the 4s, I would not say distribute to 1/2. Just multiply by 2. But you can distribute the half. That's fine. You get W plus 13 equals 2W plus 2. Subtract W, subtract 2, and you get 11. Another way is you could have multiplied both sides by 2. That would just give you 2W to 26, and 4W and 4. It would have been about the same amount of work. Another way to write this problem out is to say that 4W plus 4 is twice W plus 13. Same problem, just with or without a fraction. It would have gotten you to the same answer, 11. Hey, W, X, Y, Z. W, X, Y, Z. X is 4X. Y is 2X plus 60. Again, consecutive or supplementary. That's 6x equals 120. If you subtract 60, x is 20. Substitute the 20 in. 2 times 20 is 40, plus 60 is 100. So the measure of angle y is 100 degrees. Okay. If this is 80, then this is 10, because it's a rectangle, right angle. Now, opposite sides are parallel, which means this is 10 and this is 80. Okay? Then, if this is 10, this has to be 10 also. And if this is 10 and this is 10, it's 20, which leaves 160 for z. And these two have to be supplementary, so 180 minus 160 is 20. Another way to think about this is 80, and 80 plus 80 is 160, which makes this 20. So there's probably a few different ways to go about doing this. Okay, over here, you know these two are supplementary. So x has to be 80. Well, if this is 80, and this is 80, and this is 100, based on vertical angles. Now, AC is right here, BD is right here. Diagonals are congruent, so we can say that these equal each other. If we subtract 2W, we get W. If we subtract 5, we get 3. So W is 3. Now, two angles are going to be the same. So 180 minus 80 is 100. Divided by 2 is 50. Same thing here. If this is 100, that leaves 80 to be shared between these two angles, so that's 40. Okay, remember, this line here, if it's the midsegment, is the average of these two. So all you do is take 9 plus 15 and divide by 2. That's 24 divided by 2, which is 12. Which makes sense, because 9 plus 3 is 12, and 12 plus 3 is 15. It's right in the middle. All right, 27. Find x and ON if it's a midsegment. Well, like I said, these two add together and divided by 2 equal that. So literally, you just do that. 2x minus 4 plus 8x minus 2 divided by 2 equals 4x plus 6. First thing you do is get rid of the 2. I'm going to combine like terms over here. 8x plus 2x is 10x. Negative 4, negative 2 is negative 6. I'm going to distribute my 2 here. 8x plus 12. I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. That's going to give me 2x equals 18. If I divide by 2, x is 9. Now, ON, I just substitute 9 in right here. 9 times 8 is 72. Minus 2 is 70. Okay, rectangle. RT is 5x plus 1. That's the entire line here. 5x plus 1. US is 4x plus 8. Again, diagonals are equal to each other. So 5x plus 1 equals 4x plus 8. Subtract 4x. Subtract 1. X is 7. Find US. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 8 is 36. RZ is 2x plus 4. US is 6x minus 8. Again, RZ is half of RT. And since US and RT are the same, we can say that RZ, 2x plus 4, is half of US. Again, distribute the half, you get 2x plus 4 equals 3x minus 4. Subtract 2x, add 4, you get x is 8. It says find RZ. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 4, RZ is 20. SUT, that's this angle right here, is 3x plus 6. RUS, that's this angle right here, is 5x minus 4. They are complementary. They add up to 90. So 3x plus 6 plus 5x minus 4 equals 90. That's 8x. 6 minus 4 is 2 equals 90. Minus 2, you get 8x equals 88. And divide by 8, you get x is 11. It says find the measure SUT. Again, that's 11 times 3 is 33, plus 6 is 39 degrees. 31. Quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Find the following measures if AB is 5. So, CD is going to be 5. This is going to be 5, and this is going to be 5. Why? Because the rhombus has 4 equal sides. Okay, the diagonals bisect the angles. So this is 32, this is 32, and this is 32. Opposite angles are equal. So angle 3 is 32 degrees. Angle 4 is 90 because they intersect at a 90-degree angle. So 90 plus 32, if you add that, you get 122, which leads this to be 58, which makes 2 also 58. And we're done. ABCD is a square. Give exact answers. Find the measure of the numbered angles. Well, 3 is the easy one because, again, they intersect at a right angle. So that's 90. Two and 4 just make 90, and the angles bisect. Sorry, the diagonals bisect each other. So 2 and 4 are 45 degrees. Well, 2 is 45. That makes 1 also 45. Now, if xt is 7, what's xy? Well, xt right here is 7. This is our hypotenuse, xy. On a 45, 45, 90 triangle, 7 times root 2 would be the hypotenuse. If wx is 5, find wy. Well, this is 5. This is a right angle. That makes this the hypotenuse. So again, we take the leg times radical 2 to get the hypotenuse. Find the midpoint of a segment with these endpoints. Well, the midpoint formula is just take the x's and add them together, divide by 2. Take the y's, add them together, and divide by 2. Which is negative 1/2, comma, 4. Alright. 2 more pages of this section. Find the missing endpoint with midpoint 9, negative 3, and endpoint 2, 6. So remember, it goes x plus x divided by 2 equals the x midpoint. And y plus y divided by 2 equals the y midpoint. Well, in this case, we know the one endpoint is 2. We don't know the other one. But when we divide by 2, we get 9. And the other endpoint is 6 plus a missing endpoint divided by 2 will give us negative 3. And we just work backwards. So to get rid of that 2, we multiply by 2. That gives us x plus 2 equals 18. If you subtract 2, you get 16. Over here, multiply by 2. 6 plus y equals negative 6. Subtract 6, y is negative 12. And the nice thing about this is you can go back and check and do 2 plus 16 divided by 2 and negative 12 plus 6 divided by 2. And make sure that you end up with 9 and negative 3, which you do. What's the length of the segment with endpoints negative 2, 3, and 6, negative 4? Square root x minus x minus y squared. Well, that's going to be negative 8 squared, which is 64. And plus 4, which is 7 squared, which is 49. And that's the square root of 113, which does not reduce. Does not simplify. What are the ways to show figures of parallelogram? Prove that opposite sides are congruent and parallel, or or parallel. That's got to be from both. Or show that one pair of opposite sides are congruent and parallel. Either way is fine. What's the way to show figures of rhombus? Well, we need to show that all sides are congruent and consecutive sides are not perpendicular. What are ways to show a figure is a square? Well, we need all sides congruent and consecutive sides are perpendicular by particular slopes. Okay, find the area and perimeter of the trapezoid. 2, 2, 7, 2, 3, 6, and 6, 6. That's 6, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 6, 6. All right. Find the area and the perimeter. Well, you need the two bases and the height. Well, you just count 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and the height has to be straight down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So area is 1/2, one base plus the second base times the height. So that's 16 square units. Now the perimeter, we need to find the measure of AC. So we know this is 1 right here. This is 4. So 1 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. So that's the square root of 17. So the perimeter is going to be 5 plus 3, which is 8, plus 2 times radical 17, because both legs are radical 17. Okay, 2, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's A. B, -2, 5. C, 0, 1. the length here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4. The height is 1, 2, 3, 4. So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that's 8 square units. Perimeter, well, we know this is 2, we know this is 4, so 2 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. So that's 4 plus 16, that's square root 20. But we can break that down, radical 4, radical 5, so c is equal to 2 radical 5. So the perimeter is equal to the base, 4, plus 2 radical 5 and 2 radical 5, which is 4 radical 5. Okay, last page of the section. Given the ordered pairs, what's the best name for this quadrilateral? 3, negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, negative 2. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. 9, negative 5. 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6, negative 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we have Q, U, A, D. I always like to try to find the slopes first, so I can just count. So QU, I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, and right 1, 2, 3. 3 over 3 is 1. UA, I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's negative 1. A to D, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's down and left, which is positive 1. And D to Q, up 1, 2, 3, left 1, 2, 3. That's negative 1. So the slopes are opposite reciprocal. So I know those are perpendicular angles. So, or perpendicular sides, sorry. And now I just need to find the length of the sides. So if I do distance of QU, already had it there. So that's going to be 3 minus 6 squared plus negative 5 minus negative 2 squared. That's going to be 3 minus 6 is negative 3 squared is 9 plus negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3, 9. That is the square root of 18. If I do UA, then it's going to be 6 minus 9 squared plus negative 2 minus negative 5 squared. Negative 3 squared is 9. 5 minus 2 is 3 plus 3 times 3 is 9. That's the square root of 18. So I know I have a square. Because the sides are congruent. And consecutive sides are perpendicular. Okay, give me the ordered pairs. M at 2, 2. A at 5, 8. T at negative 3, 8. negative 6, 2. Okay. So MA, AT, TH, and HM. Slopes of all these. Well, TA and HM are easy because they are 0. Horizontal lines. And then MA, count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, 1, 2, 3. 6 over 3, which is 2. Same thing for the other one. So opposite sides are parallel. And then I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just need to do the distance now for TH and MA. So TH, negative 3 minus negative 6 squared plus 8 minus 2 squared. 6 minus 3 is 3, squared is 9. 8 minus 2 is 6, squared is 36. That's the square root of 45. MA, 2 minus 5 squared plus 2 minus 8 squared. 2 minus 5 is negative 3, squared is 9. 2 minus 8 is negative 6, squared is 36, square root of 45. So those opposite are equal. So this is a parallelogram because both pairs of opposite sides